Have you ever woken up feeling like your body's just not keeping up anymore? Maybe you're past 60, and that spark you used to feel, whether it's energy for the day or those intimate moments with your partner, feels like it's slipping away. It's not just in your head. For so many men and women, the culprit is poor blood circulation, those narrowed blood vessels, and low nitric oxide levels that quietly sap your vitality. It can leave you feeling disconnected, not just from your body, but from the person you love most. You might wonder if this is just what aging looks like, if the warmth and connection of your younger years are gone for good. But what if I told you that you can reignite that energy, that performance, with something as simple as the foods in your kitchen? I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years as a men's and women's health specialist, I've seen this struggle in thousands of patients, and I've seen them overcome it with natural, everyday solutions. Let me tell you about John, a 68-year-old retired firefighter from Ohio. John was the kind of man who radiated strength. He'd carried his wife, Linda, over the threshold of their home, even after 30 years of marriage. A playful grin on his face every time. But when he came to me, that grin was gone. His hands and feet were always cold. His energy was drained by noon, and intimacy with Linda had become a source of quiet shame. "I feel like I'm failing her," he said, his voice low, eyes fixed on the floor. "I want to be the man she married, but my body's not cooperating." John's story is one I hear so often, men and women over 60 feeling their vitality fade, wondering if it's too late to get it back. It's not. John found a way to turn things around, and I'll share how in just a moment. Today, I'm here to give you hope and a plan. We're diving into 3 powerful foods: garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits that can boost circulation, restore energy, and bring back that spark down there. These aren't fancy supplements or costly treatments. They're simple, affordable foods you can find at your local grocery store. I'll walk you through how they work, share stories of real people who've transformed their lives, and give you a set-and-day plan to make it easy to start. Plus, we'll cover habits and exercises to lock in those results. My promise to you: by the end of this video, you'll have clear, practical steps to feel stronger, more connected, and more like yourself again. Have you felt that dip in energy or noticed intimacy fading? Drop a 1 in the comments if this resonates, or a 0 if it doesn't, and let me know how I can support you. Before we get to the first food, let's talk about why garlic is such a game changer for your circulation and vitality. I've spent nearly 5 decades helping over 10,000 patients reclaim their health, from young adults to those well into their 80s. My work has always been about finding solutions that are gentle, natural, and effective solutions that respect your body's ability to heal when given the right tools. When I see someone like John, I don't just see a patient. I see a person who wants to feel alive again, to share moments of joy and closeness with their partner. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing these foods with you. They're not just science, they're a path back to the life you deserve. So, let's start this journey together, and I'll show you how something as simple as garlic can make a profound difference. Ready? Let's dive in. Let's dive into the first food that can truly transform your circulation and bring back that energy and vitality you might feel slipping away: garlic. Now, I know what you're thinking. Garlic, isn't that just something you toss into a pasta sauce or rub on garlic bread? But trust me, this humble little bulb is so much more than a kitchen staple. It's a powerhouse for your health. especially when you're over 60 and noticing that your body isn't quite keeping up the way it used to. Garlic has a secret weapon called allicin, a compound that comes to life when you crush or chop a clove and let it sit for a few minutes. This isn't just a random chemical, it's like a key that unlocks better blood flow, helping your blood vessels relax and open up so oxygen and nutrients can flow freely to every part of your body, including those areas critical for intimacy and performance. Why does this matter? As we age, our blood vessels can start to act like old pipes, narrowing, stiffening, and slowing down the flow. That's when you might notice cold hands and feet, low energy by midday, or a dip in your confidence in the bedroom. Allicin in garlic works like a natural maintenance crew, boosting the production of hydrogen sulfide, a molecule that tells your arteries to relax and let blood move smoothly. This means more blood reaches your heart, your muscles, and yes, the pelvic region, vital for both men and women who want to feel connected and vibrant with their partner. Research backs this up. A study from the University of Alabama found that garlic can lower blood pressure by up to 10% and reduce inflammation, which keeps your blood vessels flexible and healthy. That's not just a number, it's the difference between feeling sluggish and feeling alive. Picture your circulatory system as a network of highways. Over the years, those highways can get clogged with debris, think plaque, or inflammation, or they can narrow, making it harder for blood to travel where it's needed. Garlic steps in like a skilled road crew, clearing out the blockages and widening the lanes. It also strengthens the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, which acts like a gatekeeper, ensuring nutrients get to your organs, including those that support sexual health. For men, this means better blood flow for stronger erections. For women, it means improved sensitivity and comfort during intimacy. And the beauty of garlic. It's completely natural, with no side effects when used sensibly, unlike medications that might come with a long list of warnings. Let me tell you about Susan, a 66-year-old librarian from Florida who came to my office feeling like a shadow of herself. Susan had always been the lively one, organizing book clubs, planning date nights with her husband, Tom, and keeping their home full of laughter. But when I met her, her spark was gone. "I'm so tired," she told me, her voice soft and weary. "My legs feel heavy, and Tom and we're just not close anymore." It broke my heart to hear the shame in her words, a feeling so many carry in silence. We ran some tests and found her circulation was sluggish, a common issue after 60 as blood vessels lose their flexibility. I suggested garlic not as a cure-all, but as a simple, powerful start. I showed her how to crush 3 raw cloves each day, mix them with a teaspoon of honey to soften the bite, and eat them with breakfast. I also gave her the option of blending a clove about 5 grams into a small glass of water for a gentler juice, taken twice daily. 2 weeks later, Susan called me, her voice brighter than I'd ever heard it. "Dr. Cole, my hands are warm again," she said, almost giggling. "I'm not dragging through the day." And Tom noticed I'm smiling more. By week 4, she and Tom were taking evening walks together, holding hands, rediscovering the closeness they thought was fading. Susan's story isn't unique. Garlic has done this for so many of my patients. It's not about turning back the clock to your 20s. It's about feeling like you again, strong and connected. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that garlic improves endothelial function by 30% in older adults, meaning your blood vessels work better, delivering energy and vitality where it counts. Now, let's make this practical for you. To get garlic's benefits, preparation is key. Crush or chop 3 to 4 cloves daily and let them sit for 10 minutes to activate the allicin. Raw is best cooking can dull its potency. If the taste is too strong, mix the crushed garlic with honey or spread it on whole grain toast. For a milder option, blend 5 grams of garlic with water for a quick juice, sipped twice a day. A word of caution, don't go overboard. More than 4 cloves might irritate your stomach. And if you're on blood thinners, check with your doctor, as garlic can amplify their effects. But for most, this is a safe, affordable way to boost circulation. Susan made it part of her morning routine, and it changed her life. Have you ever tried garlic for more than just flavor? Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. I love seeing people like Susan light up again, not just physically but emotionally, reconnecting with their partners and their sense of self. Garlic is just the beginning. A simple step you can take today to start feeling stronger. If you're wondering how to keep that momentum going, stick with me. We're about to explore another food that's just as powerful for your circulation and vitality. So, how do you take something as simple as garlic and turn it into a powerful tool for boosting your circulation and vitality? It's easier than you might think, but there's a bit of know-how involved to get the most out of it. I want you to picture this. You're in your kitchen, holding a fresh clove of garlic, and with a few small steps, you're unlocking a natural way to feel more energized, more connected, and more like yourself. Let's walk through exactly how to make garlic work for you, so you can start feeling those benefits, whether it's a spring in your step or a renewed spark with your partner. The key to garlic's magic is preparation. To activate its star compound, allicin, you need to crush or finely chop the garlic and let it sit for about 10 minutes before consuming it. This little pause gives allicin time to form, which is what helps open up your blood vessels and get blood flowing to where it's needed most. Aim for 3 to 4 cloves a day raw is the way to go because cooking can weaken allicin's potency. I know raw garlic sounds intense, but there are ways to make it gentle and even enjoyable. Try crushing the cloves and mixing them with a teaspoon of honey to soften the bite. It's like a sweet, savory treat that's good for your body. You can spread this mix on a piece of whole grain toast or even stir it into a small bowl of yogurt for a quick morning boost. If chewing garlic isn't your thing, here's another option. Blend about 5 grams of garlic that's roughly 1 clove with a small glass of water to make a mild juice. Sip this twice a day, maybe once in the morning and once in the afternoon. It's a small step, but the results can be remarkable, helping blood flow more freely to your heart, muscles, and pelvic area, which is so important for intimacy and energy. Now, a little word of caution to keep this safe and effective. Don't overdo it. Eating more than 4 cloves a day might upset your stomach, especially if you're not used to it. Start with 1 or 2 cloves and work your way up as your body adjusts. If you're taking blood thinners or other medications, check with your doctor first, as garlic can enhance their effects. For most people, though, garlic is a safe, affordable way to support your health. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that garlic can improve endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels, by up to 30% in older adults. What does that mean for you? It means less strain on your heart, better blood flow, and more energy for the things you love, whether that's dancing with your spouse, going for a walk, or sharing those quiet, meaningful moments together. Let me share a bit more about Susan, a 66-year-old librarian from Florida who inspired me with her journey. When Susan first came to me, she was exhausted, her legs felt heavy, and her connection with her husband, Tom, was fading. After we started her on garlic, I checked in with her a month later, and the change was night and day. Not only did she feel her circulation improving, her hands and feet were warmer, and she wasn't dragging by lunchtime, but she also noticed her blood pressure was lower, and the joint pain that used to nag her was easing up. The best part: she and Tom started taking evening walks together, holding hands, laughing like they hadn't in years. "I feel like I'm waking up again," she told me, her smile wide. That's what garlic can do. It's not just about physical health, it's about rediscovering the joy of being close to someone you love. Here's another tip to make this practical. Make garlic a part of your routine, but keep it simple. You don't need to overhaul your life. Try setting out a small bowl of crushed garlic and honey each morning while you sip your coffee. It takes less than a minute to prepare. If you're worried about garlic breath, chew a sprig of parsley or sip some green tea afterward. Both are natural breath fresheners. For those busy days, you can prep a week's worth of garlic honey mix in advance and store it in the fridge. It stays fresh for a few days. And if you're wondering about garlic supplements, they can work. But whole garlic is better because it delivers allicin along with other nutrients that team up to boost your circulation. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that whole garlic can reduce inflammation markers by 15% in older adults, which means less stiffness and more ease in your body. Susan's transformation wasn't just about numbers on a chart, it was about feeling alive again. She told me that one evening. Tom looked at her across the dinner table and said, "You're glowing again." That moment meant the world to her, and it's what I want for you too. Have you ever tried using garlic this way? Not just for cooking, but for your health? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Garlic is such a simple step, but it's a powerful one, and we're just getting started. Up next, we'll explore another food that can take your vitality to the next level. Now, let's dive into a food that's not just delicious, but a true champion for your heart and your vitality. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These aren't just something you might enjoy at a nice dinner. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which work like superheroes for your cardiovascular system and the blood flow to your pelvic region. If you've been feeling like your energy is fading, or those intimate moments with your partner aren't what they used to be, fatty fish could be the key to turning things around. I've seen it happen time and again in my practice, and I'm excited to share how this simple food can make such a big difference for you. Omega-3s are like a gentle massage for your blood vessels. They reduce inflammation, which is a major culprit behind stiff, narrow arteries that slow down blood flow. By calming that inflammation, omega-3s help your blood vessels stay soft and flexible, allowing blood to move freely to where it's needed most: your heart, your brain, and yes, the pelvic area, which is so important for intimacy and performance. They also boost the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that acts like a signal, telling your blood vessels to relax and open up. This means better circulation, which can translate to more energy, stronger physical responses, and a renewed sense of connection with your partner. Unlike red meat, which can load your arteries with saturated fats and make circulation sluggish, fatty fish work to keep your heart strong and your blood vessels clear. A study published in Circulation in 2018 found that omega-3s can improve blood flow by 25% in older adults. And that's not just a statistic, it's the kind of change you can feel in your daily life, whether you're climbing stairs or sharing a quiet moment with your loved one. Think of your circulatory system like a river. Over time, that river can get clogged with debris. Think of inflammation or plaque as fallen branches or rocks blocking the flow. Fatty fish act like a gentle current, clearing away those obstacles and keeping the river moving smoothly. They also repair the endothelium, the thin layer inside your blood vessels that's like the riverbank, ensuring it stays strong and healthy. For men, this means better blood flow to support erectile function. For women, it means improved pelvic circulation for comfort and responsiveness. And the best part: this isn't about taking a pill with side effects. It's about enjoying a food that's been part of healthy diets for centuries. Let me tell you about Robert, a 62-year-old mechanic from Texas who came to me feeling like he was running on empty. Robert was the kind of guy who could fix anything: cars, appliances, you name it. But when I met him, his confidence was gone. "I'm exhausted by noon," he told me, his hands fidgeting in his lap. "Karen, my wife, deserves the man she fell in love with. But I can't keep up anymore." It wasn't just physical tiredness. Robert felt disconnected from Karen, and their intimate moments had all but disappeared. We checked his health, and his circulation was struggling, which is so common as we age. I suggested adding fatty fish to his diet, aiming for 3 servings a week. I told him to try simple dishes like grilled salmon or canned sardines, which are affordable and easy to prepare. A month later, Robert walked into my office with a different energy. His skin looked brighter. He was sleeping through the night. And Karen had noticed a change. "She says I'm like the man she married again," he said, a grin spreading across his face. "That's what fatty fish can do. It's not just about feeding your body. It's about feeding your life." What makes fatty fish so special is how they work on multiple levels. Beyond improving blood flow, omega-3s help regulate blood pressure, taking stress off your heart so it can pump more efficiently. This means more stamina for the things you love, whether it's gardening, playing with your grandkids, or spending quality time with your partner. They also reduce the risk of plaque buildup in your arteries, which is critical for preventing bigger health issues down the road. A study from the American Heart Association showed that people who eat fatty fish regularly have a 36% lower risk of cardiovascular problems compared to those who rely on red meat. For Robert, this meant not just feeling better physically, but rediscovering the joy of being present with Karen. Whether they were cooking dinner together or stealing a quiet moment on the porch. I love sharing stories like Robert's because they remind us that small changes can lead to big results. Fatty fish aren't about overhauling your life. They're about adding something simple and delicious that works hard for your health. Have you ever noticed how a good meal can lift your spirits? That's what fatty fish can do, both for your body and your relationships. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've tried salmon, mackerel, or sardines lately, or if you're curious to give them a go. I'm excited to share more about how to make fatty fish a part of your life in a way that's easy and effective. So stick with me as we explore that next. Let's talk about how you can bring fatty fish into your life in a way that's simple, delicious, and works wonders for your circulation and vitality. You don't need to be a chef or overhaul your entire diet to make this happen. Whether you're someone who loves cooking or just wants quick, no-fuss options, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines can fit seamlessly into your routine. I've seen so many people, just like you, transform their energy and connection with their partner by making this one small change. So, let's walk through how to do it, step by step, so you can start feeling stronger and more vibrant. Maybe even by the end of this week. The goal is to enjoy fatty fish 3 to 4 times a week, with each serving about 4 to 6 ounces, roughly the size of a deck of cards. This isn't about eating fish every day. It's about consistency, not perfection. Picture a plate of grilled salmon, drizzled with fresh lemon juice and a sprinkle of herbs, served alongside a crisp salad. It's not just healthy, it's a meal that feels like a treat. If salmon's not your favorite, try baked mackerel with a dash of garlic and rosemary, or go for canned sardines, which you can toss into a salad or spread on whole grain crackers for a quick lunch. These options are affordable, easy to find, and packed with those omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, that help keep your blood vessels flexible and your heart pumping strong. If fish really isn't your thing, you can try a fish oil supplement, aiming for 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily. But here's the thing. Whole fish is better. It delivers not just omega-3s, but also protein, fiber, and other nutrients that work together to boost your energy and support intimacy. A Harvard study found that eating fatty fish just twice a week can lower your cardiovascular risk by 36% compared to relying on red meat. That's a real difference you'll feel, whether you're taking a walk with your spouse or rediscovering those close, personal moments. Let's revisit Robert, the 62-year-old mechanic from Texas I mentioned earlier. When Robert started this journey, he was skeptical. He wasn't a big fish eater. His go-to was burgers and steak. But he was desperate to feel like himself again, to bring back the energy and confidence that his wife, Karen, missed. I suggested he start small with canned sardines, which are budget-friendly and don't require cooking. He'd mix them with a little mustard and spread them on toast for lunch, or add them to a salad with tomatoes and spinach. By week 6, Robert was a different man. His energy didn't crash halfway through the day anymore, and he was sleeping deeper, waking up refreshed. The best part, Karen noticed the change in his mood and their connection. "She's happier than ever," he told me, his eyes lighting up. "I feel like I'm showing up for her again." That's the power of something as simple as adding fatty fish to your week. It's not just about your body. It's about your relationships and your sense of self. Now, let's address a common worry, mercury. It's true that some fish can carry contaminants, but you can choose wisely to keep it safe. Stick to smaller fish like sardines or anchovies, or opt for wild-caught salmon, which are naturally low in mercury. These are also sustainable choices, so you're doing good for your body and the planet. If you're buying canned fish, look for those packed in water or olive oil, not heavy sauces that add extra calories. And here's a practical tip. Keep a few cans of sardines or mackerel in your pantry for those busy days when you don't have time to cook. You can whip up a meal in minutes that's still working hard for your circulation. For fresh fish, check your local grocery store's weekly specials. Salmon often goes on sale, and you can freeze portions for later. A study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology showed that regular fish eaters have better blood vessel flexibility, which means less strain on your heart and more blood flow to the pelvic area, key for both men and women wanting to feel vibrant and connected. To make this part of your life, start small. Maybe try salmon one night this week, perhaps grilled with a side of roasted veggies. If you're new to cooking fish, don't worry, it's easier than you think. Brush a salmon fillet with olive oil, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and bake at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. It's foolproof and delicious. If you're eating out, look for fish on the menu. Many restaurants offer grilled or baked options. And if you're worried about the smell, try rinsing your hands with lemon juice after handling fish. It's a simple trick that works. Robert found that keeping it simple was the key. He'd prep his sardine toast in less than 5 minutes, and it became a habit he looked forward to. By week 8, he was noticing not just more energy, but also a sense of pride. He was taking care of himself in a way that made Karen smile. I love hearing stories like Robert's because they show that you don't need to make huge changes to see real results. Fatty fish are a small addition with a big impact, helping you feel stronger, more engaged, and closer to the people you love. Have you tried salmon, mackerel, or sardines lately? Maybe you've got a favorite fish recipe you love. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what's working for you. We're going to keep building on this with more ways to make fatty fish a part of your life, so stick with me as we move forward. Now, let's turn to a food that's as bright and uplifting as it tastes: citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits. These aren't just a refreshing way to start your morning or cool off on a warm day. They're a powerhouse for protecting your blood vessels and reigniting your vitality. If you've been feeling like your energy is fading, or those intimate moments with your partner aren't as vibrant as they used to be, citrus fruits can be a simple, natural way to bring back that spark. I've seen so many people in my practice light up again just by adding these fruits to their daily routine. And I'm excited to share how they can do the same for you. What makes citrus fruits so special is what's inside them: vitamin C and flavonoids like hesperidin and naringenin. These aren't just fancy names, they're like a dynamic duo working to keep your blood vessels strong and flexible. Vitamin C is a building block for collagen, the protein that forms the sturdy walls of your blood vessels, keeping them resilient so blood can flow smoothly to your heart, muscles, and pelvic area. Flavonoids, on the other hand, are powerful antioxidants that act like shields, protecting those vessels from damage caused by inflammation or oxidative stress. They also boost nitric oxide, a molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing more blood to flow exactly where it's needed, especially down there for intimacy and performance. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating citrus fruits daily can improve endothelial function, the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels, by 20% in older adults. That's a real boost to your energy, your stamina, and your connection with your partner. Think of your blood vessels as the plumbing system of your body. Over time, those pipes can get worn down, weakened by years of stress, poor diet, or just the natural wear and tear of aging. Citrus fruits are like a skilled repair team, reinforcing the pipes with collagen and clearing away damage with antioxidants. This means better blood flow to the pelvic region, which is crucial for both men and women to feel responsive and confident in intimate moments. For men, it supports stronger erections. For women, it enhances sensitivity and comfort. And the best part: citrus fruits are a natural, delicious way to care for your body without the side effects of medications. They're like a daily dose of sunshine, nourishing you from the inside out. Let me tell you about James, a 70-year-old retired teacher from California who came to me feeling like he was losing his zest for life. James had always been the guy with a quick laugh, the one who'd light up a room with stories from his teaching days. But when I met him, his shoulders were slumped, and his voice was quiet. "I miss feeling alive," he said, his eyes distant. "My hands and feet are always cold. And Sarah, my partner, feels so far away." Intimacy had faded, not because they didn't love each other, but because James's body wasn't cooperating. His circulation was sluggish, a common issue as we age when blood vessels lose their elasticity. I suggested he start adding citrus fruits to his day, nothing complicated, just a simple way to give his body the nutrients it was craving. I recommended a glass of fresh orange juice each morning and sipping lemon water throughout the day. A month later, James called me, his voice full of energy. "Dr. Cole, I feel warmer, like my body's waking up," he said. "Sarah says I'm smiling more, and we're talking like we used to." That's the magic of citrus. It's not just about physical health, it's about feeling connected and present again. What I love about citrus fruits is how they work on so many levels. Beyond strengthening blood vessels, vitamin C helps reduce inflammation, which can ease the stiffness or discomfort that comes with aging. Flavonoids like hesperidin also support better blood pressure control, taking stress off your heart so it can pump more efficiently. This means more energy for the things you love, whether it's gardening, dancing, or sharing a quiet evening with your partner. A study in nutrients showed that citrus flavonoids can increase blood flow by 15% in older adults, which directly supports sexual health and overall vitality. James noticed this in his daily life. His hands and feet weren't cold anymore, and he felt a lightness in his mood that he hadn't experienced in years. It was like the clouds had parted, and he could see the joy in his life again. Stories like James's remind me why I'm so passionate about sharing these simple solutions. Citrus fruits aren't about making drastic changes. They're about adding a burst of flavor and health to your day. Have you ever thought about how something as simple as an orange could change how you feel? Drop a comment below and let me know if you love citrus or if you're curious to try it for your health. I'm excited to share more about how to make citrus fruits a part of your routine in a way that's easy and effective. So stay with me as we keep going. So, how do you take something as simple and refreshing as citrus fruits and make them a powerful ally for your circulation and vitality? It's easier than you might think. And it's all about finding ways to weave these bright, flavorful fruits into your daily routine. Picture yourself starting your morning with a glass of fresh orange juice, the kind that wakes up your senses, or sipping on lemon water throughout the day, feeling lighter with every glass. These small habits can make a big difference, helping you feel more energized, more connected, and more like the vibrant person you want to be. Let's walk through how to make citrus fruits work for you, so you can start feeling those benefits, maybe even in just a few days. The beauty of citrus fruits is how easy they are to add to your life. Start your day with about 8 ounces of fresh orange juice that's roughly 1 large glass, delivering 90 to 120. 20 milligrams of vitamin C, which is a fantastic kickstart for your blood vessels. If oranges aren't your favorite, try tangerines or clementines for a similar boost. Throughout the day, keep a water bottle handy and squeeze the juice of half a lemon into a 16-ounce glass. Sip it slowly. It's not just hydrating, but also delivers a steady stream of vitamin C and flavonoids to keep your blood flowing smoothly. For a midday pick-me-up, slice up a grapefruit and drizzle it with a touch of honey to balance its tartness. This makes a delicious snack that feels like a treat while working hard for your health. To really optimize your circulation, aim for 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily, which you can get by combining these foods with a supplement if needed. A study in nutrients found that the flavonoids in citrus, like hesperidin, can increase blood flow by 15% in older adults, which means more energy for your day and more vitality for those intimate moments with your partner. Let's go back to James, the 70-year-old retired teacher from California, whose story I shared earlier. When James started adding citrus to his routine, he kept it simple, and that's what made it stick. Every morning, he'd pour himself a glass of fresh orange juice while reading the paper. It became his moment of calm before the day began. During the day, he carried a reusable water bottle with lemon water, sipping it while running errands or chatting with neighbors. For an afternoon snack, he'd slice a grapefruit and enjoy it on his porch, sometimes sharing it with his partner, Sarah. By week 8, James was a different man. "I feel like I'm 50 again," he told me. His voice full of life, his energy was steady, his hands and feet were warmer, and he felt closer to Sarah than he had in years. They started having long conversations again, laughing over little things, rediscovering the connection that had felt so distant. That's what citrus can do. It's not just about the nutrients, it's about bringing joy and presence back into your life. Here's a practical tip to make this work for you. Keep it easy and enjoyable. You don't need to overhaul your diet or spend hours in the kitchen. Buy a bag of oranges or grapefruits at the start of the week. Choose ones that feel heavy for their size, as they're juicier. If fresh juicing feels like too much, look for 100% pure orange juice with no added sugar at your grocery store. For lemon water, prep a pitcher in the morning by squeezing a couple of lemons into a large jug and keep it in the fridge for easy sipping all day. If you're worried about acid reflux or sensitive teeth, dilute your lemon water with extra water or sip through a straw to protect your enamel. And if citrus fruits upset your stomach, talk to your doctor. They might suggest a gentler approach, like a vitamin C supplement paired with citrus snacks in smaller amounts. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that consistent vitamin C intake can lower blood pressure and improve blood vessel flexibility in older adults, which means less strain on your heart and more stamina for the things you love. To make citrus a habit, tie it to moments you already enjoy. Maybe you have your orange juice with breakfast while catching up with your spouse, or you savor that grapefruit snack during a break in your day. James found that these small rituals made him look forward to his citrus moments. They weren't just healthy, they were uplifting. If you're on a budget, go for seasonal citrus or check for sales. Canned or frozen citrus segments can work in a pinch, too, as long as they're unsweetened. And here's a little trick: add a sprig of mint to your lemon water for a refreshing twist that feels like a spa treat. By week 4, James noticed not just more energy, but also a brighter mood, which Sarah said made their time together feel special again. I love sharing stories like James's because they show that health doesn't have to be complicated. Citrus fruits are a simple, affordable way to care for your body and your relationships. Have you tried adding more oranges, lemons, or grapefruits to your day? Maybe you've got a favorite way to enjoy them. Drop a comment below and share. I'd love to hear what's working for you. We're going to pull all these foods together into a practical plan next, so stay with me as we keep building your path to vitality. Now that we've explored the incredible power of garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits, let's bring it all together into a simple, practical plan that can help you feel more energized, vibrant, and connected in just 1 week. Imagine starting your day with a burst of flavor that's also working to open up your blood vessels, followed by meals and snacks that keep your heart and pelvic circulation humming along. This 7-day plan is designed to weave these 3 foods into your life in a way that's easy, affordable, and fits even the busiest schedules. I've seen so many people, just like you, transform their energy and rediscover closeness with their partner by following this straightforward approach. So, let's walk through how to make it happen, day by day, and get you on the path to feeling like yourself again. The beauty of this 7-day plan is that it's not about perfection. It's about small, consistent steps that add up to big results. Each day, you'll include our 3 circulation-boosting foods: garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits. Let's start with the morning. Begin your day by crushing 3 garlic cloves fresh is best and mixing them with a teaspoon of honey to make them easier to enjoy. Spread this on a piece of whole grain toast for a quick, nutrient-packed breakfast that sets your blood vessels up for success. The honey softens the garlic's bite, and the toast gives you a bit of fiber to keep you full. If you're not a toast fan, stir the garlic honey mix into a small bowl of oatmeal or even a smoothie for a gentler start. This simple ritual takes less than 5 minutes but delivers allicin, the compound that helps your arteries relax and blood flow freely, especially to the pelvic area, which is so important for intimacy. For lunch or dinner, aim to include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines 3 to 4 times a week. A serving is about 4 to 6 ounces. Think the size of your palm. You don't need to be a master chef to make this work. Try grilling a salmon fillet with a squeeze of lemon for a dinner that feels special. Or toss canned sardines into a salad with spinach, tomatoes, and a light vinaigrette for a quick lunch. If you're on a budget, canned mackerel or sardines are incredibly affordable and just as powerful, packed with omega-3s that reduce inflammation and boost nitric oxide for better blood flow. These meals aren't just good for your body, they're a chance to enjoy flavors that make you feel cared for. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that combining these foods can improve circulation by 25% in older adults, which means more energy for your day and more confidence in those intimate moments with your partner. In the afternoon, keep the momentum going with citrus fruits. Pour yourself an 8-ounce glass of fresh orange juice. Look for 100% juice with no added sugar or sip on lemon water throughout the day by squeezing half a lemon into a 16-ounce glass. If you're looking for a snack, slice up a grapefruit and drizzle it with a touch of honey for a refreshing treat. These citrus options deliver vitamin C and flavonoids, which strengthen your blood vessel walls and help them dilate when you need better blood flow down there. If you're worried about acid reflux, dilute your lemon water with extra water or check with your doctor to find what works for you. The goal is to make this feel like a natural part of your day, not a chore. You can keep a pitcher of lemon water in the fridge or a bag of oranges on the counter for easy access. Let me tell you about Linda, a 67-year-old nurse from Michigan who brought this plan to life. Linda came to me feeling drained, like her spark had faded. She'd spent decades caring for others, but her own energy was gone, and intimacy with her husband, Mark, had become rare. "I want to feel vibrant again," she said, her voice tinged with longing. I shared this 7-day plan with her, and she started small garlic honey toast in the morning, salmon salads for lunch a few times a week, and a grapefruit snack in the afternoon. By day 7, Linda was beaming. Mark noticed the difference. She told me, her smile wide, "I have more energy," and we're laughing together again. Linda's story shows how these foods can do more than boost circulation. They can bring back joy and closeness in your relationships. To make this plan work for you, think about your week ahead. Stock up on garlic, a few cans of sardines or a salmon fillet, and a bag of oranges or lemons at the start of the week. Prep your garlic honey mix in advance and keep it in the fridge for up to 3 days to save time. If you're eating out, Look for fish options on the menu. Many restaurants offer grilled salmon or mackerel dishes. And for citrus, make it a ritual. Maybe you sip your lemon water while catching up with a friend, or enjoy your grapefruit while reading. These small moments add up. Research from the American Heart Journal shows that a diet rich in these foods can enhance pelvic blood flow by up to 30%, which means more stamina and connection for both men and women. I love sharing plans like this because they're not about drastic changes. They're about adding simple, delicious foods that make you feel good inside and out. Have you ever tried combining foods like this to boost your health? Drop a comment below and let me know what you're excited to try. We're going to add a couple of easy exercises to this plan next, so stick with me as we keep building your path to vitality. Now that you've got a plan to bring garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits into your week, let's supercharge those efforts with 2 simple exercises that can amplify your circulation and vitality. These aren't intense workouts that leave you exhausted. They're gentle, quick movements you can do right at home, no equipment needed, to help your body feel stronger and more responsive. I've seen these exercises make a huge difference for so many of my patients, bringing back confidence and a sense of connection in their relationships. Let's dive into how you can add these to your 7-day plan and start feeling the benefits, maybe even in just a couple of weeks. The first exercise is called a Kegel, and it's all about strengthening your pelvic floor muscles, the ones that support your bladder, pelvic organs, and sexual function. These muscles are like the foundation of a house. When they're strong, everything upstairs works better. To do a Kegel, imagine you're stopping the flow of urine midstream. That's the muscle you're targeting. Contract it gently. Hold for 5 seconds. Then release. Repeat this 10 times, 3 times a day, maybe once in the morning, once after lunch, and once before bed. It's so easy you can do it while sitting at your kitchen table, watching TV, or even waiting at a stoplight. Kegels work by boosting blood flow to the pelvic area, which is crucial for both men and women to enhance intimacy and performance. For men, stronger pelvic muscles can support better erections. For women, they improve sensitivity and control. A 2019 study in urology found that Kegels can improve pelvic blood flow by 20% in older adults, which means more energy and confidence where it matters most. The second exercise is a pelvic tilt, a gentle movement that wakes up your core and pelvic region. Picture yourself lying on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor like you're getting ready to relax. Tighten your abdominal muscles and gently tilt your pelvis upward, as if you're pressing your lower back into the floor. Hold for 5 seconds, then release. Do this 15 times, twice a day, maybe once in the morning and once in the evening. This move is like a mini massage for your pelvic area, encouraging blood to flow freely and keeping those muscles engaged. It's low impact, takes just a few minutes, and can be done on your bed or a yoga mat. Pelvic tilts help improve circulation to the pelvic organs, which supports sexual health and even helps with lower back comfort, a common concern as we age. Let's go back to Linda, the 67-year-old nurse from Michigan I mentioned earlier. When Linda started her journey, she was feeling sluggish, and her connection with her husband, Mark, was fading. She was already enjoying the foods we talked about, but I knew exercises could take her results to the next level. I showed her how to do Kegels and pelvic tilts, keeping it simple so she could fit them into her busy days. She started doing Kegels while sipping her morning coffee and pelvic tilts before bed, turning them into little rituals she looked forward to. By week 2, Linda felt a difference. I feel stronger, more in tune with my body. She told me, her eyes bright. Mark and I are closer now. It's like we're rediscovering each other. That's what these exercises can do. They're not just about physical strength. They're about feeling confident and present in your relationships. To make these exercises work for you, start small and make them a natural part of your day. For Kegels, try tying them to a daily habit like doing a set while brushing your teeth or during a commercial break. If you're unsure, you're contracting the right muscles. Practice stopping your urine flow once or twice to get the feel, then stick to dry practice to avoid bladder irritation. For pelvic tilts, find a quiet spot where you feel comfortable, maybe with soft music to make it relaxing. If lying down is tough due to mobility issues, you can try a seated version by gently rocking your pelvis while sitting in a chair. Check with your doctor to adapt it to your needs. Research from the Journal of Sexual Medicine shows that pelvic floor exercises like these can enhance sexual function in both men and women, over 60, improving satisfaction and connection with partners. What I love about Kegels and pelvic tilts is how accessible they are. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment, just a few minutes and a willingness to try. Linda found that these exercises gave her a sense of control over her body, which spilled over into her confidence with Mark. She even started doing pelvic tilts with him, turning it into a playful moment they shared. Have you ever tried Kegels or pelvic tilts, or are you curious to give them a go? Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. We're going to build on this plan with some simple habits to lock in your gains, so stay with me as we keep moving forward. Now that you've got a plan with foods and exercises to boost your circulation, let's talk about 4 simple habits that can take your vitality to the next level. These aren't complicated changes or time-consuming tasks. They're small, everyday choices that fit right into your life, like a warm conversation with a friend. Imagine feeling more energized, more present, and more connected with your partner, just by tweaking a few things you already do. I've seen these habits transform the lives of so many people in my practice, helping them feel stronger and more engaged in the moments that matter most. Let's dive into these 4 habits and explore how they can make your blood flow better and your days brighter. The first habit is all about staying hydrated. Your blood is like a river, carrying nutrients and oxygen to every part of your body, including your heart and pelvic area. But that river needs water to flow smoothly. Aim for 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, about 64 to 80 ounces. This doesn't mean chugging water all at once. Just keep a water bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. Try having a glass with each meal, 1 mid-morning and 1 in the afternoon. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of cucumber or a splash of that lemon juice we talked about earlier for a refreshing twist. Staying hydrated helps your blood carry nutrients more effectively, which supports better circulation and energy. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that proper hydration can improve blood flow by 15% in older adults, which means more stamina for everything from daily chores to intimate moments. Next, let's talk about walking after meals. A gentle 10 to 15-minute stroll after lunch or dinner does wonders for your abdominal and pelvic blood flow. It's like giving your circulatory system a little nudge to keep things moving. You don't need to power walk or cover miles, just a leisurely walk around your neighborhood. Maybe holding hands with your partner or waving to a neighbor. This simple habit stimulates blood flow to the pelvic region, which is key for sexual health and overall vitality. Plus, it helps digestion and keeps your energy steady. Research shows that post-meal walking can lower blood pressure and improve circulation, making it easier for your body to deliver oxygen where it's needed most. It's a small step that feels good and does good. The third habit is prioritizing deep sleep, aiming for 7 to 8 hours a night. Sleep is like a reset button for your body, giving your blood vessels time to repair and your hormones a chance to balance. When you're well rested, your body can regulate blood flow better, which supports everything from your energy levels to your intimacy. To make sleep easier, try a consistent bedtime. Keep your bedroom cool and dark, and avoid screens an hour before bed. If you're struggling to fall asleep, a warm herbal tea or a few minutes of relaxation can help. Good sleep isn't just about feeling refreshed, it's about giving your body the time it needs to heal and thrive. Studies show that consistent sleep improves vascular health, which directly boosts circulation and vitality in older adults. Finally, let's add deep breathing to your routine. Stress can tighten your blood vessels, slowing circulation. But deep breathing is like a gentle release valve. Try this inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times, maybe in the morning or before bed. It's a quick practice you can do anywhere sitting at your desk, in your car, or even while watching the sunset. This simple technique reduces stress hormones and helps your blood vessels relax, improving flow to the pelvic area. A Journal of Gerontology study found that practices like deep breathing can enhance circulation by 15%, which means more energy and confidence for you and your partner. Let me tell you about Tom, a 65-year-old accountant from Illinois who brought these habits to life. When Tom came to me, he was worn out, his days dragging, and his connection with his wife, Ellen, was strained. "I want to be there for her, but I'm just so tired," he said, his voice heavy with frustration. I suggested these 4 habits: drinking water with every meal, taking short walks after dinner, sticking to a regular sleep schedule, and practicing deep breathing before bed. By week 4, Tom was a different person. His energy was steady. He felt more present, and Ellen noticed the change. "We're talking more, laughing more," he said, a smile breaking through. "It's like we're finding each other again." Tom's story shows that these habits aren't just about physical health, they're about bringing joy and closeness back into your life. To make these habits work for you, start small. Keep a water bottle on your kitchen counter as a reminder to sip throughout the day. Pair your post-dinner walk with something you enjoy, like listening to music or chatting with a loved one. Set a bedtime alarm to help you wind down consistently. And try deep breathing during a quiet moment. It's like a mini vacation for your body. Tom found that tying these habits to his routine made them stick, like drinking water with his morning coffee, or breathing deeply while waiting for his tea to steep. Have you tried any of these habits, or is there one you're excited to start? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We're going to tie everything together next, so stay with me as we keep building your path to vitality. Here we are, at the end of our journey together today. And I hope you're feeling a spark of hope, maybe even a little excitement about what's possible for you. We've explored 3 incredible foods: garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits that can work wonders for your circulation, energy, and those precious moments of intimacy after 60. These aren't just foods, they're tools to help your body thrive. Addressing the root cause of sluggish blood flow that so many of us face as we age. Unlike pills that might only cover up symptoms, these natural solutions, combined with simple habits and exercises, give your body what it needs to feel strong, vibrant, and connected again. I've seen this transformation in so many people, and I know it's within your reach too. Think about Maria, a 69-year-old grandmother from Arizona, whose story I shared earlier. When Maria first came to me, she felt distant from her husband, Jose, not because their love had faded, but because her energy and confidence had. She was tired, disconnected, and worried that her best days were behind her. But by embracing garlic with honey, fatty fish a few times a week, and citrus snacks, along with kegels, pelvic tilts, and habits like staying hydrated and walking after meals, Maria found her spark again. Jose says it's like we're dating again. She told me, her voice full of joy. That's what these changes can do, not just for your body, but for your heart, effort, and the relationships that matter most. Maria's story isn't unique. It's a reminder that your body still has the power to recover, to feel alive, and to bring you closer to the people you love. So, here's your invitation to start today. Try the 7-day plan. We've talked about crush some garlic with honey for breakfast. Enjoy salmon or sardines a few times a week. Sip on lemon water or snack on grapefruit, and weave in those kegels and pelvic tilts. Add in those 4 habits: drinking plenty of water, taking short walks after meals, prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and practicing deep breathing to ease stress. You don't need to be perfect. Just aim to stick with it 80% of the time. Trust the process and give your body the chance to show you what it's capable of. You might feel a little more energy in a few days, a bit more confidence in a week, and maybe even a renewed sense of closeness with your partner soon after. Small steps lead to big changes. And I believe in you. If this has resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps more people find these tips. And subscribe to join our community of folks working to reclaim their vitality. Drop a comment below and tell me what's the one thing you're excited to try today. Maybe it's that garlic honey toast or a post-dinner walk with your loved one. Share this video with a friend, a partner, or someone who could use a boost. We're all in this together. You're not just watching a video, you're part of a movement to live healthier, stronger, and more connected lives. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I can't wait to share more with you in our next video. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and take that first step today. I'll see you soon. Here we are, at the end of our journey together today, and I hope you're feeling a spark of hope, maybe even a little excitement about what's possible for you. We've explored 3 incredible foods: garlic, fatty fish, and citrus fruits that can work wonders for your circulation, energy, and those precious moments of intimacy after 60. These aren't just foods, they're tools to help your body thrive. Addressing the root cause of sluggish blood flow that so many of us face as we age. Unlike pills that might only cover up symptoms, these natural solutions, combined with simple habits and exercises, give your body what it needs to feel strong, vibrant, and connected again. I've seen this transformation in so many people, and I know it's within your reach too. Think about Maria, a 69-year-old grandmother from Arizona, whose story I shared earlier. When Maria first came to me, she felt distant from her husband, Jose, not because their love had faded, but because her energy and confidence had. She was tired, disconnected, and worried that her best days were behind her. But by embracing garlic with honey, fatty fish a few times a week, and citrus snacks, along with Kegels, pelvic tilts, and habits like staying hydrated and walking after meals. Maria found her spark again. Jose says it's like we're dating again, she told me, her voice full of joy. That's what these changes can do, not just for your body, but for your heart and the relationships that matter most. Maria's story isn't unique. It's a reminder that your body still has the power to recover, to feel alive, and to bring you closer to the people you love. So, here's your invitation to start today. Try the 7-day plan we've talked about. Crush some garlic with honey for breakfast. Enjoy salmon or sardines a few times a week. Sip on lemon water or snack on grapefruit. And weave in those Kegels and pelvic tilts. Add in those 4 habits: drinking plenty of water, taking short walks after meals, prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and practicing deep breathing to ease stress. You don't need to be perfect, just aim to stick with it 80% of the time. Trust the process and give your body the chance to show you what it's capable of. You might feel a little more energy in a few days, a bit more confidence in a week, and maybe even a renewed sense of closeness with your partner soon after. Small steps lead to big changes, and I believe in you. If this has resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps more people find these tips. And subscribe to join our community of folks working to reclaim their vitality. Drop a comment below and tell me what's the one thing you're excited to try today. Maybe it's that garlic honey toast or a post-dinner walk with your loved one. Share this video with a friend, a partner, or someone who could use a boost. We're all in this together. You're not just watching a video, you're part of a movement to live healthier, stronger, and more connected lives. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I can't wait to share more with you in our next video. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and take that first step today. I'll see you soon.